Well, and this is a very special one. Yeah. This is, of course, Kingman Turquoise.
Yep.
Right out of the gate, I want to show you the size of this ring as you see the really beautiful etched scalloping in the sterling silver. This ring is 9/16 of an inch long, and it's actually about 7/8 of an inch wide. And I'm going a little bit beyond the beautiful oval peridots on the side. It fits like a dream. More importantly, though, look at the way those colors blend with one another.
So this is all completely mined in the USA, because what we have here is that spectacular big Kingman turquoise in the center of the setting. On either side, even more rare is to get your hands on some Arizona peridot. There's only one place in the world you can get that peridot. It's on an Indian reservation in Arizona called the San Carlos Indian Reservation. The town that mining takes place is called Peridot, Arizona. And you have to be of Native American descent to get anywhere near that mine or to mine in there. Otherwise, you spend some free days in jail.
Not fun. But we're talking about not teeny tiny peridot either.
No.
A completely natural, untreated gemstone that is always green.
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, there are categories. There are 7 different color categories into which gems fall. And one of them is green. One of them is kind of blue to violet. Another one is yellow to brown that includes your orange stones. There's a silver-white category. There's an iridescent category. And in each of those color categories, some gemstones are always that color. Some are usually that color. And some are sometimes that color. So in peridot, it's always going to be,
yep.
and of course that stone, the olivine, known to the gemologists as olivine, because of that beautiful olive flare. But you know, when you were talking about Arizona peridot, it is important to make that distinction because not all peridot is created equal.
No, not. And there's basically 3 main areas where you can get your peridot. One would be China, one would be India, and the third would be the United States. Mm-hmm. The United States is the most coveted because it's the rarest of them. There's not a lot of production that comes out. Once again, our Arizona peridot we don't usually get, but we found a parcel again from a stone collector that was willing to sell it to us. When this is gone, that's it. Now let's talk about the turquoise too, not to be outdone. This is an 11 by 9 millimeter of genuine Kingman turquoise. There's no color added. The color is completely natural. Mm-hmm. Now, one of the things that Judy and I will always tell you that not everybody does is what stabilization means as far as turquoise is concerned. Now, I don't know if it's better for you guys if I pour this out. Probably is, right?
Would you like to use one of my fancy little scarves?
No, because I'll get dust on it. This came straight from the mine.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. This is unstabilized turquoise. That's what it looks like when you take it out of the mine. Okay, now turquoise is a very porous mineral, so if you don't stabilize it, you will get something that's a little bit more fragile. Now this is what it looks like after it has been stabilized. Now what does stabilization mean? And again, we're probably the only people that consistently tell you this. About 98% of all the turquoise in the world is stabilized. What does that mean? Well, as I said, it's a porous mineral, and if you don't replace those pores with something, it's going to become brittle. It'll also absorb the oils and lotions from your skin and eventually darken. So what happens in the most cases with stabilizing turquoise, they take a small bit of colorless resin, they infuse it into the turquoise. It costs money to do that, and it takes a long time to do that, usually 30 to 45 days, and you pay so much per pound to do that. Mm-hmm. But what you get is a color that won't change, and you get a color that makes it something a little bit stronger.